Hello BookTube and welcome back to my library. I am going to do the rest of this. I'm not going to do as much showing, but firstly we've got to put this shelf back. As I have shown you on previous editions of this during Vlogmas, I keep all of my cataloguing in my phone, so when I'm out and about I can buy new books without buying doubles. I'm not going to go through it because normally I do a library rearrangement during the summer holidays here while I have time off. It is now February and I still am up to here. So without further ado, let's get this done. My Dan Brown books go back in the back. Next shelf. Really good book. One of the very few non-fiction books I own and love. My Orson Scott Card collection. I've been reading those lately. They're fantastic. My Isabel Carmody collection. She's an Australian author. Really love her work. She does a lot of cat stuff. That would be one that you would know if you know any of hers. But I very much like her young adult, her middle grade stuff. And Alice in Wonderland. I'm going to move my Orson Scott Card stuff to the back because I've read it at the moment. I'm reading it. So, except for that. That's next on my list. And my new version of Alice in Wonderland. Graceling series. I've read the first one, got to read the second one. They just look cool. So did these. My Agatha Christie books. Tom Clancy books. Childhood book. Love this book. Fantastic. Really wish I could find the rest of them. G.K. Chesterton. My other versions of Alice in Wonderland. Speaking of which, a nursery time version and my big omnibus. Love my Alice in Wonderland books. I always get this one mixed up. This is Patrick Carmen. I really like that version as well. But I like her young adult stuff. My massive Cassandra Clare collection. And there's about 3 more out in the lounge room. This just means I need more Agatha Christie. What can you do without Doctor Who? I have actually read this, so I can put this at the back. And I've also read this. Last box. Old sci-fi. So I'm going to pare down my Ian Colfer or Owen Colfer collection. Random books. I read the Artemis Fowl series years and years ago. I got them like $2 a piece and I love them, but I'm never going to reread them, so I'm actually going to get rid of those. Mainly for the fact that he wrote this travesty. Should never have been written. Freaking awful. So that stays at the back. I'm also going to get rid of what Katie did, because I don't care what she did. My Hunger Games books are back here. I have read these. I love this series. So they can sit at the back. I'm definitely not going to get rid of them, but they're not nice enough to keep out. The big books at the bottom here that I'm not going to move. We've got a Van Gogh book, which I absolutely love. We've got a very old Disney book from my childhood, from my mum's childhood, I think. And a Tiffany lamp book. Some Bernard Cornwell books that I picked up on a holiday at some stage. They look interesting, I've never got to them. Imperial Light and the Master Forge. And stuck in between, one of my favourite childhood picture books, Sassafras, the Saggy Baggy Elephant. Interesting pickup from work. Another interesting pickup from my work. I wasn't turning down that cover. One of the more disappointing books I've read, The 50-Year Sword. I searched for this book for years, actually, by Mark Z. Danielewski, because I loved House of Leaves so much. I was really kind of disappointed by this one. I'm keeping it because it's so interesting looking, but as far as story compared to the richness of House of Leaves, how much I loved it, really left me wanting. Next one to go in, House of Leaves. And last one from this set of shelves, The Last to N, which I've read. I've got to find the rest of it. Absolutely fantastic.